Hello, Dahi here from Timeslip Softworks. Welcome to the 50th development video for Vigilantes. This video covers the release of Vigilantes version 26, which is now available. And I'd like to mention that Vigilantes will be 10% off for the next 2 weeks, both on Steam and direct through the Humble widget. Version 26 likely represents the single largest content update so far. I guess what you consider the headline addition is a new ally, Edgar. Edgar, you can see here, is a hard-hitting melee fighter who also knows his way around a grenade or two. He's a firefighter with the Riker City Fire Department, and he's most definitely not a firebug. His unique perk is Volatile, and this gives you a 50% chance to do 50% additional damage with explosives. And while the existing save game will work from version 24 onwards, you will need to start a new game to encounter Edgar, as allies are placed at the beginning of a new game. Moving on to equipment, which has been added in this update, we have 2 new firearms. These are kind of higher end equipment than before. We've got the General Arms Red Hawk pistol and the Abramovich pump shotgun. We've got the nailed baseball bat, which can be upgraded from a previous baseball bat weapon, and we have the combat machete, again a higher tier item than before. There are 5 new perks in this update as well. Volatile I've already mentioned, better criticals, plus 40% damage to critical hits, Uplift, which gives you a free stat point immediately, Pack Mule, which gives you plus 15 pounds carry weight, and Berserker Charge, which gives you 3 movement AP. Now there are a couple of new concepts in here that I probably should cover. Movement AP first, that's been added, and there are 2 perks which grant you movement AP. You don't start with any. So you have Berserker Charge, which gives you 3 movement AP and a 3 round cooldown. You also have Athletic, which instead of giving you 1 AP, now gives you 2 movement AP. So this will improve the mobility for all characters in the game. We also have weight, which you can see here. Now the character below 50% is not encumbered. Once you go above 50, you get lightly encumbered, and heavily encumbered above 75. Heavily encumbered is -2 initiative and -1 AP. Moving on to maps. There have been 2 new maps in this update. And these maps are of a different type than others. They're based on the kind of outskirts of the city, and I've got the wrong one, so let me just have another go at that. Let's see. And there we go. So this is the kind of first of 2 new kind of maps. They're set on the outskirts of the city, so outdoors, rural, and there will be a couple more of them. And you're also seeing a new dialogue encounter here. It's one of 3 new dialogue encounters. We have this one, where basically a group of survivalists have rammed a police cruiser off the road, and they're questioning the police officer, which you have to stop. We have a non-combat encounter called Method Actor, and we have the encounter where you meet Edgar. Just to give you a quick look around the map, there will be a couple more of these on the way, this type of map, and the actual in-game city map will be updated to reflect this in the next couple of updates. I'll just return to my save game. Balance has been the other large emphasis in this update. There are a couple of changes. The perks Solar Plexus, Strike, Deep Cut and Concussive Blow, which are all melee type perks, are free to all characters now. To kind of balance this out, firearms will do more damage from this point on. Enemy rackets now provide more substantial bonuses. So previously they kind of provided local bonuses to adjacent tiles until they were upgraded, and even sometimes when they were upgraded. So now they tend to provide global bonuses. Now my feeling on this was they just weren't really influencing the game the difficulty of the game that much, and that's what like a criminal operation like a black market will do. It will enable the gang to get more money, enable them to get better equipment, to make your job harder. So there's kind of a larger incentive now to actually tackle these rackets. Low-level gang members now will less frequently get firearms, and this chance will increase as they invest in rackets and equipment. Now, it's not a vast change from before, as there was always a chance. It was kind of chance-based, but they'll be slightly less likely to start off with firearms now in the early game. The well-oiled perk is now known as Tinker. I just didn't think it was a very effective perk, so someone pointed this out to me. So the reduction to item deterioration, say from handguns, is now been extended to all items. So armor, it applies to armor too, and it'll make a character more tanky if you pick it. Church of the Final Exodus, which were kind of broadly considered to be the weakest gang, are now tougher, and they get a bonus to their melee equipment level, so you'll see them coming out with like more melee weapons. And Survivalists get a reduction. Survivalists, which I kind of largely consider to be the most dangerous gang in the game, now have a reduction to their melee equipment level, and this kind of fits in. They're really very much about guns. Apart from that, I mean, that's the kind of the bigger things in balance. There's been quite a lot of other things that have happened, tweaks and fixes. Before I go, I'd like to say thanks to everyone who has given feedback or taken time to report an issue, a bug, or leave a review. All these things help us in different ways, and we're grateful. And that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned for news on version 27.